What's going on, y'all? My name is Jay Reborn. This channel used to be about producer cook-ups, but I wanted to shift it into something more personal. So subjects like church, marriage, life, and music. And I felt the best way to start was by breaking down my most personal song that I've made so far. The song is called How to Love You. It's featuring Khalil Israel, one of my homies. He's also an artist, and I'm gonna play parts of it and explain where it came from.
Lord, can you show me how to love you? Keep me low, I'm putting on above you. Cause I've been pulled in all directions. Trials and tribulations, losses and lessons.
That hook is my favorite part. Lord, can you show me how to love you? Keep me low and put no one above you. That part wasn't written to be super lyrical or poetic. It was written straight from the heart, and it was very personal to me. It was written from a season where I felt pulled in a lot of different directions, from responsibilities, work, marriage, just life in general. And from all that, I realized I didn't just need clarity, I needed alignment. In Matthew 22:37, it talks about loving God with all your heart and all your soul. And I think that's a good perspective to keep in your mind whenever you're trying to figure out things of the world. Is as long as you put him first, he'll work out everything for you. Now, the beat is actually what started everything. When I made it, it reminds me of like whenever I was a kid and I was sitting in church listening to mass choir sing. And it wasn't really coming from a place of faith, because I didn't really know anything about faith when I was that young, but it more reminded me of when life was simple. As you grow up, life gets complicated, and that contrast is what inspired the direction of the song. Trials and tribulations, losses and lessons. In 2021, I lost my dad to COVID. I feel like losing a parent really shifts your perspective about certain things. It forces you to evaluate your faith in a more real way. When he had passed away, I had a lot of questions, had a lot of different emotions, but one thing I know is instead of running away from God, try to focus more on how could I love him more.
I'm on time today, I got a lot to say. Sometimes I contemplate, should I lead this way? So I'm not sad, I'm just angry and confused. Why every situation feels set up to lose? What I'm supposed to do? All I know is staying close to you, and I'm trying to keep doing what I'm supposed to do. And I hope I keep pursuing, staying moldable. Every time I drift, you bring me back, it's notable.
Sometimes I contemplate, should I leave this place? I want to address that line clearly. That was a suicidal reference from an old time in my life. I don't feel that way anymore, but there was a time in my life where I felt overwhelmed enough to have thoughts like that. And it wasn't because I didn't love God. It wasn't because I didn't have people around me that loved me, but it was more of because, when you're carrying a lot of stuff internally inside of you, sometimes you don't know how to deal with it in the proper way. I'm not sad, I'm just angry and confused. I feel like that line explains it better. I wasn't really depressed in that time of my life. I was more frustrated, trying to do right, trying to grow, trying to mature spiritually, and everything just felt like pressure. All I know is staying close to you. In John 15, it talks about abiding in the Lord and he will abide in you. For me, that's what kept me grounded. Not answers, not trying to be perfect, but just abiding in the Lord.
In my mind contemplating, I'm waiting patient for you, Lord. I was mistaken, I'm walking faithless, procrastination, I'm so complacent, my heart is racing for you, Lord. Show me the way, it's too hard, but Lord, you strengthen me, oh Lord. I know I make it through eventually, oh time, but my mind keeps me blinded.
Can you guide my love? Can you guide my love? Can you guide me? Come on, Mr. Spain. You just got it going on. Just keep going, Mr. Spain.
And as you can hear at the end of the song, I added a voice memo of my dad, and adding him in there was it was very intentional for me, because for me music is a journey and I wanted him to be represented in it. I feel like Khalil brought his own depth to the song. I'm glad I added him in. I think he definitely lifted the song up in his own way, but I'm not going to go in detail about the things that he spoke on. I'm gonna leave that to him if he wants to do his own breakdown on his part. But yeah, I really love his part too. But yeah, not in the same mental space that I was whenever I was writing this song, and even before I was writing the song, because I wasn't in a terrible mental space writing this song. But from the space of where this song comes from, I'm not in that space no more. But it was definitely a show of growth and a show of being vulnerable about being in a, I guess you would say, a bad season in your life, and still being able to show that without glorifying it. And for anyone watching this video that feels like you're in a season where you feel like you've been pulled in all different types of directions, or whether you feel like you've had thoughts that you're not proud of, or even if you're just an adult trying to grow spiritually and trying to find out how you can deal with being an adult and still trying to grow, I think if you just pray and ask God to show you how you can love him better, that's always a great start to learning that this relationship between you and him will help relationships with family, with work, with friends, with anything that you're having trouble with. But yeah, guys, that's really all I had with the song breakdown. This song is out on all platforms. You can catch it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Tidal. Jay Reborn, How to Love You, featuring Khalil Israel. Again, guys, this channel has shifted from being just beat cook-ups. It's now more of a lifestyle vlog about faith, marriage, church, work, things like that. And I'm still in the process of learning. How to be spiritual, how to get closer to God, how to be a good father, how to be a good husband, how to be good at serving in church, humbly. I'm still learning, but I wanted to use this YouTube channel to document my process of going through all of that. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Peace out.